Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3 here today on the channel. We have episode 2 of my Grand Cathay Miao Ying series. First up, we have to deal with some of Zathorul's Watchers of Tzeentch. We've also got some war bands that have pushed over the Grand Bastion. We need to throw them back. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. Got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me early access and making this Let's Play possible. So, a huge thank you to them. Okay, so we're going to do some fighting in and around the Great Bastion, trying to throw back the hordes of chaos. We might push north to the Terracotta graveyard, but we'll just have to see how we go. Oh, what's this? A lot of stuff going on during this end turn phase, so we can get an additional high elf melee specialist by the look of it. Costs 500. It'll be worth getting that just in case the caravan does get attacked in the end. Also, I would like to make a play down in the Warpstone Desert. We're slowly but surely building up our empire, and we'll be able to send some forces to the Great Bastion as well. Alright, so Miao Ying, after those auto resolves, has gone up in stats. So what do I want to go down here? I think Flesh to Stone might be the play. And we'll leave it at there. Alright, anything else? We've got some buildings damaged because it was a raid there. So there's two armies to the north that we have to deal with that have been sent down from essentially the Tzeentch loyalists in the lands of stone and steel. Miao Ying is in striking range. That army is a little bit too close to my capital for my liking, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But we'll march on up, and they're going to stand and fight. So let's play this one against the Watchers, and hopefully win our first battle against Tzeentch. Alright, here we go. Nothing too difficult in this army. We all have to keep an eye on those blue horrors though, especially with their high missile damage and their aerial units. Alright, so we'll just make a front line with our Jade Warriors, nothing too crazy. Cavalry on the left, archers just behind. We will have to protect our Sky Junk because it is quite vulnerable at the moment. It's not at full strength, so we'll occupy this side of the battle map. This seems to be nice and flat here. Oh, we actually can use some of the terrain, the topography to our advantage. So we'll move up the front line, we'll move some archers up as well, and we'll move the handgunners as well. Alright, let's try and get the Sky Junk. Yeah, to maybe hit those ones that are a bit stronger. Alright, so here comes the might of Grand Cathay, the might of the northern provinces, and Miao Ying. But this is our first time fighting Cathay rebels. We're fighting demons of chaos. Got some blue and pink horrors here, and then we've got, oh my god, one of their crazy looking iridescent horrors. Alright, we'll chuck Miao Ying into dragon form because we're going to need her in this one. Alright, so let's drop some of these in. Oh, watch out. Their blue fire can be quite hard. Nice. Nearly was slightly off for the miscast. Alright, cavalry. Let's start wrapping around the left-hand side. So it's about 60-65% in our favour. So if we can be victorious here today, we should be able to march upon the Terracotta graveyard with impunity, because we need to get rid of this so they stop sending troops and soldiers south, and we need to patch up the Great Bastion as well. I've sort of let the AI deal with it as long as possible because we just don't have the economy to hold it just yet. So I think is sort of trying to take as much territory, like securing Gunpowder Road and the warp and provinces in the Warpstone Desert, and maybe in the Terracotta graveyard here is the play. Once we're strong enough, we'll move armies and reinforcements into the Great Bastion. But if we can allow the AI to do most of the work holding it, especially early on, it's not a bad idea. We've got some reinforcements coming here, but there is crazy exchange of fire here, magic missile damage going in. My archers are trying to take out their aerial units. We might need to start charging here. Oh my god, this is a crazy battle we have here for Cathay. Miao Ying's into the thick of it as well. Our infantry's tanking most of their aerial stuff, which is good. They're Furies. Let's form up here. Okay, they're not doing too crazy. My cavalry's been wiped there, but it's annoying, but they are only peasant horsemen at the end of the day. We've got some gunners here. Hopefully get some shots off. We've got to be careful of them because they're going to get smashed. Zinch is a very heavy missile focused army. They obviously don't have the artillery like we do, but they're kind of a similar faction to us. Like, we've got a lot of missiles, especially early on. Well, I've been prioritizing bowmen and whatever gunpowder units we can get. Okay, so let's get another one of those off. Alright, let's send Miao Ying. She's at 50% health, so we're going to have to keep an eye on her. We'll try and send into the general. Right, I think it's nearly just time to fire into that. My Sky Junk is protected further at the back, which is good. And Miao Ying's now into the thick of it. We might need to eventually get some attack orders off. But so far we have missile supremacy over them. Oh, I've got to be super careful here because she's tanking a lot of it. Taking on a lot of fire. I'm going to try and fire into that cluster. Alright, still waiting on a cooldown of a couple of those. Alright, let's try and buff Miao Ying here. Might even know to pull her back. Just get that little bit of armor. We don't need the hit points. Alright, come on. Just try and diversify some of those firing shot patterns and hit them there. Alright, move up with my infantry. Because we're just sitting back, getting hit here. We do have additional reinforcements coming. But this could very well be a very closer Pyrrhic victory. This is going to be one of our closest fights of the series. Oh no, we had one in the first episode, which was kind of crazy, to be honest. That defensive one. Yeah, okay. Now, on second thought, we've actually had a couple of flashpoint battles, which can really decide the campaign. Because if we lose our army here, we're going to have a really hard time stopping anything that's going to be coming through the Bastion. Okay, I've got my Dragon Guard coming in here. Oh my god. Right, we're doing a bit better now that we've advanced and gone forward. Okay. Cavalry's been caught again. But if we can just try and run down as many of them as we can, we should be able to march north, take the Terracotta graveyard with impunity. So we started off this episode getting smashed by the AI a little bit. Easy auto resolve. And now we've had this one. Just as the threat goes up for the Great Bastion, you do tend to get aggressive AI forces coming down south. Alright, so we nearly outnumbered them 2-1, but they took a lot of us with them. They just have like the perfect amount of magical missile units. We really can't really hold too long against them, but it's a Pyrrhic victory in the end. Far out. Crikey. So we lost 555. We destroyed their army, of course. The Jade Warriors did alright. Handgunners as well. Archers didn't do the best. But yeah, they're blue horrors. The Iridescent as well did well. Alright, but a Pyrrhic victory in the end. Whew! We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sithoral's Army destroyed. Perfect. Okay, we've got some more skills we can assign here. Yeah, Thunderbolt. I kind of like that. Maybe even Wind Blast with the Astromancer as well. Miao Ying herself. Yeah, maybe getting missile resistance after that. To be honest, and maybe getting some armor. I do want to have the ability to sort of chuck her into combat with Dragon Form, and so she can last a bit longer. She's just so useful there. Okay, Gunpowder Road looks fine for now. We've got another army coming in the south. They're really quite close to my capital. I might be able to attack here. I can do. We lose 4 units, but it's a garrison army, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'd rather just auto-resolve that. And then what I'll do is I'll move Miao Ying north towards the Terracotta graveyard, and we'll fight that one. Yeah, so the Snake Gate is now fallen. Again. So let's move up here. We do have allies nearby. A crushing defeat. Oh my god. Forsaken Zinch units, more blue horrors. We're gonna have to fight this one. We'll lose the entire army if we auto-resolve. Far out. Auto-resolves are so harsh in this game now. Alright, let's get stuck into the battle of the Terracotta Graveyard. We've got 11 winds of magic. And what we'll do is we'll do a multiple pronged attack. Alright, keep the archers sort of together though. So let's send some Jade Warriors here, and let's send a second group like here. So I think maybe 3, and then maybe the horsemen over here to try and take some of those supply points. I think it's closer to that one from this direction. Okay, thankfully we've upgraded our Astromancer slightly, so he's going to be able to get some better quality magic attacks, which will be of a higher yield. And a lower time, hopefully. Alright, so let's fire into this cluster there. Move you guys up. Alright, cool. So, this should be the last of the Chaos Forces, essentially east of the Great Bastion. We have to get rid of these Zinch sympathizers. There's some Forsaken here. They look very, very beefy and tanky. Oh, some of our artillery fire from the Sky Junk has actually started a blaze on the poor people who live on the side of the hill there. Miao Ying's now in dragon form. We'll get her stuck in a moment. Okay. The thing is, we want to try and, for this one, skirmish as many of them as we can and try and weaken and soften them before we advance with our infantry. But they're going to do the same thing. They've got better quality missile units than what we have. Like, these peasant bowmen are okay, particularly fighting against our own rebel countrymen, which we did a lot in episode 1, but they just don't have the armor once they get attacked by a faction like Zinch. Okay, so we've got Thunderbolt there. We probably could drop it here. Move the Sky Junk to the left. Alright. Maybe we're better fitting the Forsaken instead. We might need to target those. It just depends if they're going to stand still. They're going to run forward, so I think it's okay. There we go. We got a couple of them. You just don't want to get a miscast off this early on. Okay, it seems to be that they're sitting back quite a bit, so we'll try and move up with our Jade Warriors. Because our own archers are just sitting back, not doing too much. But we just have to be a little bit careful as we slowly but surely move in. Okay, so there's a unit there just holding. We might actually flank around with our gunners here. And I guess we send you in eventually. Okay, so now we're starting to get hit by their magical attacks. It's actually really quite strong. Oh god, we can't even cluster that hard. Right. I've moved Miao Ying back into human form. Or normal form. She's not exactly human, I guess. Because she is the daughter of the Celestial Dragon. Just so she can heal up a bit. Now we have that ability, which is good. We didn't have it for very long in episode 1. Be able to heal her up properly in battle. Alright, we just need to break through that ward. Look at that. Look how much missile resistant those things have. Maybe better off getting a wind blast. Like over here or something. There we go, that's a bit better. Perfect. Okay. So now that they... Oh god. We just need to quickly redirect our firepower to that tower. The Celestial Guard are getting an absolute beating here. But now they're starting to advance forward. Okay, we've nearly healed her up properly. What we want to try and do is just get all of our archers and artillery to focus on one. Still quite close this one, 60-50. We just got to be careful as we advance. I think just trying to take out one of them at a time is the best play. Because those Forsaken, even though our Jade Warriors are very good, it's going to take a bit for us to push through. Right, these guys are just sitting back here. They should be doing at least something, so we're going to have to move them in a minute. Okay, so they seem to be really committing their Forsaken here, which is good. If they can cluster up a bit more. We are just getting smashed by their wizard. It's a little bit risky moving my Sky Junk in there, but it might be worth to get the bombardment off. It might actually just straight up capitulate them. That's great. There we go. Perfect. They're building another tower there, 40 seconds off. But seeing Zhao, Peasant Bowman, and we're able to decimate and bring the tower down, it's okay. Alright, let's move up here now.
Without hesitation.
I think it's just time to advance with everyone else. Let's move up our gunners as well. So far, anything that's coming at these, this attack is working. But we're trading quite hard, even in this. Like the thing is, we're a bit stuck because we don't want to push and overextend. But sitting in this defensive block is good. But in doing so, we are getting hit quite hard with their own bombardments as we cluster. So we might be better off just to move where we can and be a bit more aggressive rather than defensive now. So what I'll do is I'll give out some attack orders with my Jade Warriors. Miao Ying's now pretty much at full strength, full health, full hit points, so we can chuck her in. Also get my Astromancer to buff her armor and her melee attack just to help out her pushing forward. Okay. So now we're really going for it from multiple angles, multiple vectors of attack. Pick a unit and try and bring it down. I've tried to get my cavalry to maybe get some of their supply points to stop them building towers, potentially traps and barricades. But I can't seem to find and sneak my cavalry on in. To be fair, being a little bit annoying, it is tying down 3 units on the other side of this battle map. Okay, so I've just grouped up my archers, just continue to hit some pockets there. My Celestial Dragon Guard do not look too healthy whatsoever. Go with a Thunderbolt here, maybe even just redirect some of the firepower from the Sky Junk. We'll give chase to these blue horrors here. Yeah, so they've actually built a barricade there to the right. Nothing too crazy. Traps would have been worse for me to push from. We are slowly but surely winning and advancing, but it is such a hard faction on this difficulty. We're losing a lot of brave, loyal Cathay lives in the process. Yeah, we have to go north and get rid of this outcropping. I was sort of planning to go down to the Warp Zone Desert a bit earlier in today's video, but I've got to deal with the horrors that have pushed on over into the Great Bastion now. Okay, Miao Ying's giving chase, but she's okay. Drop another Thunderbolt here as well. Alright, so unfortunately my infantry advanced and just got smashed. Maybe we just need to try and get our archers into this cluster as a new unit of horrors comes on in. They do have some of their own furies, which were a real big problem in that last battle. Yeah, it's just the armor and missile resistance of these Jade Warriors and stuff. We just don't have that much. It might even be a beneficial to change the army build slightly now that we're going away from fighting Cathay and rebels to demonic chaos minions. Oh my god, as my archers are nearly in a full retreat as those furies come on in. Oh no. We're not looking healthy. We're looking very green around the gills in this Cathay battle. Oh my god, come on guys, hold on. They're just such a strong faction, Zinch. Although I haven't played as him in a campaign yet, I have had a bit of a taste and a tease on the Demon Prince campaign, which I've done. Testing out some of his units, and I've also seen a fair few battle replays as well. Definitely probably my go-to chaos faction. Let me know in the comments. You more of a Nurgle man? Or a Khorne? Or a Slanesh? Or Zinch person as we're in a retreat here. We just need to wait for them to rally, but man, these blue horrors are very, very strong against Cathay. It's kind of crazy. I'll try and rally a bit, which we are. Oh, and they're trying to block us off instantly from reinforcing as well. They split my army in half there. Miao Ying's done alright. She got to about 75% hit points. Now she's back down to about 60. So healing was definitely the play. We've only got one of their supply points, so they're at slight reduced efficiency. Nothing too crazy in this fight, like tactically, it's just a bit of a grind, trying to push on through. Alright, we've actually managed to open up a pretty decent angle here. As we're trying to push further into the settlement, we're actually, might be able to get some shots off with the gunners there. Well, that's now gone. Good. Alright. We are advancing, but man, it's just taken a lot out of us. We've basically drained our Winds of Magic completely. Look, as long as we don't lose too many units, we'll be alright. We do have automatic replenishment in this game, so we'll be fine. Another tower's coming here. We might just need to get away from them. Oh my god, they've actually trapped me in there, that unit. That poor peasant unit. Okay. Not too many more units in here now. They're now gone. Those handgunners must have smashed them. Macro going on here. Damn, where are my Dragon Guard? I think I might have lost them. To be fair, we were a little bit unlucky. They were really targeting them. I can't afford to lose my Sky Junk, so we'll move you back. We are going to win this one, but with massive losses. now they're starting to hit Miao Ying. Come on. Sit there. Maybe we might have even lost a peasant cavalry unit here as well. Right. Try and move on in. Oh, that is very low. The Sky Junk unit. Okay, now it's about 90% in my favour. And once we get rid of you, we should be able to start capping the town square. As Miao Ying in dragon form goes against the enemy general. Oh my god, getting some crazy fiery and fierce attacks. Oh, she has just smashed through him. There we go. Oh, and with its death, we've had victory. My god. Right, so I've healed up a bit, but that's going to be a Pyrrhic victory. A little bit of advice before you go against the Watchers and Zincho Leon. You really must be prepared. Miao Ying 139, Sky Junk 94. Those archers basically, my archers basically just tried to go through the ward and missile strength. It was actually my infantry that actually pushed their way on through. Ah, that's annoying. So the unit we lost was the Celestial Dragon Guard. But it's annoying. It's kind of bad. But you could make an argument that they're probably too expensive for what they're worth, arguably. You might be, you know what I mean? Like if you do like a cost-effective analysis, it might be better off to get a couple of Jade Warriors instead. So, the Terracotta Graveyard is now firmly back under the control of Miao Ying. And Wei Chung as well, we probably could push into. We might even ally with some of those Cathayans to the north. The Box of Delights. Oh, good. After that Pyrrhic victory, hopefully we can get some good RNG. We don't need minus corruption. Control we don't really need. We're managing, even though it's negative with our armies. I think the growth, yeah. I think growing and getting the biggest cities in Cathay would be the plan. That's what I've been focusing on a lot earlier in this campaign. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Oh, I was about to say we haven't been attacked, but we have here. Oh, okay. So the Ogre Kingdoms have attacked our trade caravan in an ambush. Oh, cool. We get to fight this. This is going to be fun. This is our first proper ambush in a trade caravan. So we're not even going to be able to react quite quickly at all. Luckily, we got that High Elf Specialist. And we can't see what's coming against us. This could be the end of the caravan. As the ogres send in their troops. Alright, form a line quickly. Infantry in the front. Archers in the second. As they make their way down to the vampire counts. So we've got some cavalry holding off the ogres. Oh my god. And the infantry pull back now. Alright. They're sending in some Noblars against our Jade Warriors. This is our first time fighting the ogres. Yeah, we're just not too close to their territory. So, caravans are good. They are risky, but high reward if you play it off. This time around, unfortunately, we weren't able to sacrifice a peasant spear unit. We're going to have to fight these treacherous ogres that have caught us. But so far, looking at the balance of power, about a 50-50. They might have more reinforcements coming in, we just don't know. Let's hope not. Unfortunately, one of my peasant bowmen have been caught. But let's try and cycle charge in with my cavalry. Looks like some of their ogres are pulling further back. We've got some cavalry now for the first time. That was not good. I was going to say, to be fair, charging Sidon is probably not the play against ogres. Unless the cavalry has an anti-large variant. They ain't going to be doing too much. Interesting that High Elf Specialist is dwarfing like in height, the Cathay units, which is surprising. Alright, so now that we're formed up, I think it's just time to give out some attack orders. It's not like we're going to hold and get a crazy amount of arrow fire off, but we do have to be kind of careful. Because we can't really afford to lose too many of these units attached to the trade caravan. Those Noblars, we should be able to break on our way through. Got some Jade Warrior Halberds getting stuck in. Look at the Ogre General unit. Come on, bring him down, bring him down. It could have been worse. Sometimes you can get really caught with an ambush like that. And we've got some famed and brave Cathay cavalry charging on in. Good. Some of their units seem to be in a full retreat. Typical ogres ambushing us in the cold night. Alright, come on. My god, we are trading so hard back and forth. But if we're lucky, the caravan might survive. Gunners, target the ogre, bring him down. Yay! There you go. Lopping on over, poor thing. Let's just try and run down as many of them as we can. More or less to get the stats. Oh my god, my cavalry's having an absolute field day against these poor little Noblars. Oh, that cavalry hop. I like that. I saw that in 3K. That's a 3K animation. Alright, close victory. Let's end the battle there. Alrighty. So we lost 175. Yeah, so we did outnumber them quite a bit. The cavalry did quite well. Same with the warriors and the halberd variant. Yeah, so they brought 3 units of Noblars that didn't do the best, which is okay. Because mostly there are other units that carried. But hey, that's what can happen if your caravan gets ambushed. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. So during the in-turn phase, either unfortunately or fortunately, the AI has actually taken the snake gate off me. So that's going to allow us to push south into Wengcheng and recolonize it in the lands of stone and steel. So we'll let the AI try and hold it as best they can and that... What? Oh, come off it, really? They're Skaven here. Look, to be honest, I had a sneaky suspicion that down in like the Warpstone Desert, there's got to be a Skaven faction, but they're this north and close to us. Clan Eshen with Death Master Snickitch. I thought Queek might have, yeah. So I was like, oh, I would have thought that Queek would have been the Lord here or something. Clan Moors, no. Clan Eshen. Well, they've only got 2 regions, so I guess we attack them. Decisive victory and an auto resolve. Bunch of clan rats and slaves. Alright, we'll play this one. This will be fun. So, our first time fighting a Warhammer 2 faction. Miao Ying, the Storm Dragon, with the Northern Provinces, and the Pride of Grand Cathay, against a Skaven settlement. Look at this. It actually looks quite good as well. Oh my god. A little bit of Warpstone. Scattered throughout. There's some sort of something pouring there as well. Okay, seems to be multiple layers to this settlement. So we'll divide on up. I would have actually, in hindsight now, probably should have replenished our soldiers at the Terracotta graveyard, because we are not looking that healthy whatsoever. Look at this, some of these units are not even at full health. Miao Ying and my Astromancer is, because at the end of the battles now, we actually have healing abilities, so it's always good to sort of wait towards the end to heal on up. I do have some sky junk, some peasants. Alrighty. Well, luckily he's not too high level. But yeah, now you guys know, be wary when you wade eastward, because there's Skaven hanging out here in the mountains. Alright, so let's advance. Now, we should probably actually do better through our losses and our casualties sustained and inflicted you would imagine, going up against Skaven. However, they have built an arrow tower. Those cheeky Skaven. And are now hitting us. Let's move on up here. We need to make sure we protect our handgunners as well. But thankfully, the army roster isn't too crazy for them. Mostly just Skaven slaves and some clan rats here and there. But Cathay versing the Skaven. Who's going to win? Any amount of time. Oh my god, look at this. Toxic. Warp-infused water, I guess. Yak. That's gross. Alright, my Astromancer's now on horseback. Oh, that's a good shot. My Sky Junk. Raining fire and terror. Let's burn down those little ratties. Let's go with a Wind Blast here as well if we're successful. Oh, perfect! We're smashing our way on through these damn rats. Oh my god, there's a bridge here. There's like multiple ways to get up on over. Alright, well let's just fire into that cluster and try and bring down as many rats as we can. Swing you around here against those Night Runners. They're probably going to be the better quality unit that they've got. And we'll move you here. And more handgunners, like gunners there. Just got to remove the range. They don't have overly too much. Okay. We are outnumbered by a little bit, I think. But that's okay. They might have the numbers, but they don't have the quality. Alright, so we've got to be careful here. Our peasant horsemen actually should be good, like against clan rats and clan slaves, Skaven units. But against the Night Runners, I'm not entirely sure. Oh my god. Miao Ying is gonna go to town on these rats. Okay, so we've got some Jade Warriors now fighting as the Skaven meet the Warriors. Miao Ying's just tearing things up. Alright, handgunners. Maybe try and open up the angle over here. You might even be able to hit. Deathmaster Snickage. And already the Skaven are in a retreat, but obviously that doesn't really matter too much because they're going to keep on running and coming back. So we just want to try and take out as many of them as possible. So we've got two Jade Warriors here that are putting a little bit of damage on him. We're only 9 turns in, so we're pretty early. But Miao Ying's rank 10 to Snickage is 1. So he really shouldn't be really much of a threat. Our gunners here are smashing their way on through. Now this is where our peasant bowmen will be able to take nowhere near as much damage and actually get off a bit. Oh yeah, so they actually outnumber us 2 to 1. This is a 6,000 unit, I'm going to say man battle, but half of them aren't humans, I guess. It's a 6,000 unit battle. That's the best way to say it. Right, Miao Ying now is focusing on Snickage. And we're just trying to pick out and try and whittle down the numbers of these units as best we can. Okay, so I wonder where his territory is, because it actually might not be in the Warpstone Desert. He might have, like, he's at war with a fair few factions. He might have just ran this way. He's at war with my brother, Xiaoming the Iron Dragon. Okay, let's try and get some more Thunderbolts off. This is more of an enjoyable battle. We're getting more cinematic shots. It's not so much intense compared to that Zinch one, which we nearly damn lost. But it's okay. Okay. So we've managed to whittle down 1,300 of them. But we haven't really advanced too far into the settlement. We are capping one of the supply points. You imagine their tower's probably doing most of the damage. Well, if we can get rid of their general, we might be able to cause a rout. If we're lucky, get these handgunners it further up to a more advanced position. Another tower being built here as well. But an interesting thing with towers in defensive sieges, the longer the siege goes for, the more supply points you get, unless you capture them, and the better quality tower you can get. So if a siege goes for, like, I don't know, half an hour or so, you can nearly build tier 4 cannon towers, which pack quite a punch if they're built on the right angles. It does sometimes make the aggressor, the offensive player in the siege, like, want to try and take the settlement quicker, because you don't want those arrow towers just ripping on through you. They're quite quick to construct and they do pack a punch, but the health on them, if you get all your bowmen and or slash artillery to face them, they can get smashed quite easily. The enemy lord is wounded. Good. Miao Ying chomped herself down. A big old rat. Like reptiles and rats. You think that, like, Miao Ying would probably get, like, some sort of bonus for fighting Skaven or something? That would be cool. Okay. So this is a 2, like, tier settlement. Like, the height of it, because she's, like, flown up to the 2nd level here. If they put some slingers or something there, it would have been quite hard for us to actually deal some damage. Okay, so I think we grab all our infantry and advance towards the town square. Yeah, we want to try and cap that. Maybe just advance instead of going down into the doldrums there. Down into that quite literal rat's nest. Alright. I can't wait to have a look at the stats at the end of this one. It's going to be a good one. Because I have a feeling, just with the way this battle's going, my bowmen and my sky junk have gone to town on these poor little rat boys. Okay, my gunners aren't really doing anything, so maybe just try and hit that. Okay, let's speed things up. We're just grinding our way on through here now, nothing too crazy. Wind blast in the retreat. Just gotta be careful with the sky junk there. You do have to be careful with it, because it can get brought down. It isn't the most invulnerable unit. Oh, there's some mushrooms down there, some mushies. That potentially the Skaven we're feasting on. Let's get rid of their slingers and some spears. Alright, let's move you on in here. If they're going to pull further back, maybe send some to the town square and allow Miao Ying to give chase. Only at 50% health. So, took... that's it. Took nowhere near as much damage even in this battle. Right, let's end this one. Close victory. Let's have a look at the statistics. We lost just under 200. Oh my god. My Astromancer got 304. That must be the record. The Skyjung went insane. Oh my god. Some crazy stats. Oh, it was the Jade Warriors. The Bowmen didn't do as much as I thought. Oh wow. Miao Ying up there as well. Crikey. That was a really good performance. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. We haven't been attacked by any rat boys since taking Wing Chun. Oh, a caravan has been completed. Oh, we've actually got a massive amount of income. So we've managed to get just under 5,000, selling 1,000 cargo. And we've received a gift. Okay, so as we went to the vampires, we've been given a Von Carstein blade, which gives us charge bonus, melee attack, immune to psychology. That's really good. Armor piercing as well. Base weapon damage. Oh, wow. She's been given a really good gift. Oh, however, there's a cost, as everything has as a gift from a vampire. We do get vampiric corruption, but seeing as there's no vampires here, it's not going to get too out of... Like, the thing is with Miao Ying, we're not going to sit her in settlements too often, only to replenish. So that's not really a big of a deal. It's like only +2. So I think I might use that blade. I've also got a bunch of ancillaries and magical items here. So I think we'll try and get a couple of armies in to dish this out before we start recycling or salvaging some of this stuff. But you can get a nice little bit of cash injection if you need it to salvage those items. Like 250 each is quite a bit. Alright, so I guess we push down to the Warpstone Desert. We give chase and push eastward to try and destroy Clan Eshin and finish off the last of them. So we've sat there now. Turn 10. I guess we... Yeah, force march. We shouldn't... You wouldn't imagine that they've got another army there. Alright. My second army can move to the mines here. And we can hold Gunpowder Road. I might upgrade that so we can get some better quality crossbowmen. And building stockades and defenses in our settlements. We're going to need them eventually, so we might as well get them now. The problem is with Warhammer, these roaming armies can come out of nowhere and annoy you. But I think we might after that make a play for the Warpstone Desert, depending if the Great Bastion holds. Alright, so it's time to send another caravan on the Ivory Road. I think this time around we go and visit the Empire. Go and visit our old pal Karl Franz and see what the Empire are doing. We'll send a trade caravan down through their territory. This action does not have my consent. Chill, it's just a caravan, Karl. Karl, relax. Karl. Alright, so yeah, medium to low threat, so nothing too crazy. Settings, we won a couple of those fights with the caravan. We're all good. We could even send another one once he returns back to the capital. That's worth it, we've got two. Alright. Yeah, so now the Dragon Gate's ruined. Oh, that's annoying. So the AI can't really hold it that much. But the thing is, I want to get to a strong position, like, you need to take this territory as quick as possible. But you also can't allow too much stuff to come through the Great Bastion. Alright, so it's only a small army here. Decisive victory, we'll just auto-resolve this one. We really shouldn't lose any units. Nah, we're good. Looking great. Okay, let's occupy now. And that's the last of their territory, you would imagine. I don't think they're destroyed though just yet. Alright, we replenish and repair where we can. Oh, okay, so what's here? Nunchung. Okay, some greenskins there, but look at what's further north. Maybe some more territory and stuff. Celestial Loyalists to the north. Oh no, we're still at war with Clan Eshin. They've still got a settlement somewhere. They don't want peace, unfortunately. Oh well, no matter. We'll let them do their rat boy things. Maybe unlocking this chain is probably the best play now. Give us some more options. Alrighty. So, yeah, the Great Bastion's still under threat, so we're going to have to watch out for that wall band that we destroyed. Oh, so there's even one further north there. It's a shame they took the Snake Gate, and the one that we've lost is further north. I guess we might be able to let the AI sort of fight it. Like, we don't want to put too much of an investment up there because you're not going to get much money, you know what I mean? The way we're going to be able to throw back anything that comes through or over the gate is by getting these settlements to the south and securing them. Oh, okay. So as I say that, we've actually been attacked here at the Terracotta Graveyard, a close defeat. We've got 4 bowmen here, and my general. Let's fight this one. We're going to have to. Wow, so maybe I should have allowed Miao Ying to go north. Because they are really pushing on the initiative. That warband again has hit me. They attacked my capital earlier on, didn't they? Alright, so let's build some towers here. And let's form up some defensive positions. So, the first army is not going to be too hard to deal with. It's the reinforcing one once we get a bit weak. So, 2 peasants aren't going to do the best. I think probably putting them with the tower is the play. So, I think we'll put 3 in the center. because that's going to like match it width-wise perfectly. Then we'll put our spearmen on the left. We're going to have to get it close to a tower because they're our worst unit. Maybe with a cavalry unit here, that might stop the AI from attacking. And then we'll put our archers here in reserve. We do have an Astromancer and a Dragon-Blooded Shugunga, so that should be okay if we can just chuck it in. But damn, Norscan Raiders again. Now into the lands of Grand Cathay. God, it's been a really good episode. We've had a bunch of variety of battles. We've been fighting Tzeentch, Chaos Demons, Skaven, and now Norscan Scum. Alright, see the Jade Warriors. They're now holding. Hopefully we don't lose the Terracotta Graveyard again. And hopefully it doesn't live up to the apt name. So we haven't really got too much with you, just hiding spells. We do have a breath spell, so that's going to be really useful. I'm going to move my cavalry on the left. So we can upgrade our towers, but we just need to wait and hold our supply points. So the longer this siege goes for, the better quality arrow towers we can get in support. Okay, so the first lot of Norscan Raiders are coming on up, and our peasant bowmen are loosing their shots. Come on, let's fire at will. And they've already weakened them quite a bit. Okay, so my cavalry has done a bit of a loop-de-loop around those rocks. Although they haven't taken any out. They have distracted them. Oh, you're joking. Oh no. I was like, oh, it's in range, it'll be fine. Oh, what a miscast. What a misplay by me. So, you've got to really watch out for the environment, because you can get stuck under rocks, wind blast. Oh, this Astromancer isn't the best mage, I guess. Flunked out of the Magical Academy. No, their general unit's moving on here. We've really held on well against this first army. Look at this. We might need to send the general over there to go for theirs. Because he's level 4. She's only 3, so let's go in. I'm going to swing some units around here. I think we might be able to be quick enough. It just depends how quick their reinforcements are. Like, if we can get my archers to hit that, we might be able to bring down the general. We'll allow my peasant cavalry here just to run down any of those marauders that think they want to come back. Nice. I do love that little chart, that little hop skip charge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from 3K. I could be mistaken. I reckon I was saying that animation. Okay, it's level 7 or level 4. So the generals are going to be quite strong in this one. We might have to fall back. Yeah, fall back. Double back retreat. To be fair, they've whittled him down heaps. That is a lot of reinforcements coming in. I understand why it's still quite close, this fight. Okay, you move here. We've nearly got enough money to upgrade the tower or get another. Maybe reform here with the peasants now that there's 2. Okay, go for the general that's the weakest. The level 7 seems to be pulling back. They don't seem to have the highest missile resistance, which is good. Yeah, there's no point of wind blasting down there. Okay, so some of them have recovered, but my peasant cavalry is... Oh, we're going to watch out for those warhounds. Go for them. Peasant cavalry charge against the hounds. Oh my god, that looked awesome. That reminded me of... oh god. Some sort of... Was it Battle of something in Lord of the Rings? Not Dunharrow. What's the one where the cavalry gets ambushed? It literally looked like that. As the wargs come charging in. Right, let's put a barricade there, so if they manage to break their way through... Good, we got rid of their lord. Oh, and their level 7's now nearly done in as well. To be fair, we've been absolutely cooked there with our marauders hitting us. I think their secondary army seems to be better and packing more of a punch. Right, yeah, we need to hit that. Look at it. Oh no, this is really bad. Those halberds, they don't have any shield protection. And we've actually lost a unit of Jade Warriors here. They weren't even focusing on the peasants. Okay, wind blast this. Astromancer, please. Yes. Maybe could have been inch perfect, a little bit better if we went to the right more, but Better than the last one, to say the least. Okay, tier 2 tower coming in now. They're now done. Perfect. More marauders. Okay, everything is coming up. Cathay. My horsemen are now done in, which is annoying. Okay, so my arrow tower nearly has cannons available. I could have brought 2 more. I could have really constructed 2 more towers here if I really needed to, but we're actually holding. I was better off just upgrading the tower over to the right, I think, because now we've got like less units there. Okay, we've got to be careful as we advance here, because those warhounds and the marauders can cause some issues. But now it's firing cannonballs. The range on them's quite good as well. You're still better off constructing them, even if you've won the battle, because they can hit units that are running away that you can't get to if you don't have cavalry sometimes. You know, like your units can not catch up, and the enemy units can outrun you in the retreat. Alrighty. So a little bit of annoyance there in the Terracotta graveyard as the snake gate has fallen. So there was a little bit of a delayed response. My infantry got smashed there, but the bowmen held on out. A Pyrrhic victory, 400. And it was quite even overall. Bowmen did alright, 90, 83. Yeah, so against like human factions, the bowmen actually do alright. It's when you fight against demons and stuff, it can complicate things. You need more gunpowder, you need more stuff that's heavy hitting and armor piercing, really, I guess. There's more firepower, basically. So the Kurgan Warband has been fallen back. I'm nearly tempted just to destroy a peasant arch unit. 40 plus relations with the ogres. I don't really care about that. It's just fighting this again. Ogre bulls. We could just auto-resolve it. Actually, I want to say, it's close victory. Let's auto-resolve this one. And what do we actually lose if we do that? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, look at that. It was worth doing it anyway, because we lost two half units of peasant spears anyway. Okay. I wanted to know, that was a bit of a test run, that one, because I wanted to see, like, is it actually worth doing that event and sacrificing it? It clearly is. Because even some of the Jade Warriors and some of the others got hit. Alright, well, that complicates things for that. You've gone up in stats. Dragon-blooded Shogunga. Shogungan. Man, I try my best with some of these names, but I just can't sometimes. Okay, so you're now in thick ogre territory. We might be able to advance. Continue on. We'll upgrade our capital there now, though. And yeah, I guess we just allow Miao Ying to go south. Try and gobble up territory, and we might actually make our secondary army deal with these hordes coming from the north. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Grand Cathay Miao Ying Let's Play. Stay tuned for more Warhammer 3 content on the channel. So we'll send some south, and we'll send some units north in the next episode. Gotta say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly, of course, for sending me early access and making this Let's Play possible. So without further ado, gotta say thank you to this month's patrons and channel members, and play the outro now. Take care, guys. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you want to stay connected with me. I also want to say thank you to this month's patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tao, Lion B, Kyle P, Tom C, and White P. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.